Dear student, I am Vinod Kumar, teacher in social science. Now I am going to start the lesson in 9th standard social science. First lesson is medieval world center of power. Medieval world center of power. What do you remember? What is medieval world? For the convenience of the study of history, we divide history into three parts. First one, ancient period. Ancient period start from the origin of the human beings to the year 470 CE. That is ancient period. Medieval period start from 470 CE to 1453, or in between 473 and 1453, called as medieval period. Then after 1453, the period after 1453 known as modern period. Commonly we refer, what we see, commonly we use the term CE to remark the starting of a period, common era in brief known as CE. Before the common era known as BCE. Then come to the topic medieval period. Medieval period known as dark age. Some people called the medieval period as dark age in the history of the world. Why they called the period as dark age? According to them, there is no development in medieval period. But exactly that is not right. In medieval period, we can see the development in different fabric of the life. Medieval period witnessed different areas of the life: administration, culture, then art, architecture, literature, education, science. In various fields, there was a great development in medieval period. So, medieval period is not a dark age. According to J.D. Bernal, a famous historian, the achievement in the medieval period resulted 16th century revolution. What is 16th century revolution? Do you know any revolution took place in 16th century? Yes, industrial revolution. The industrial revolution is the result of the growth of medieval period. Industrial revolution means not only the development in the field of industry, but in all the areas of the life, not only the economic life, political, intellectual, cultural, all spheres of the life, changes took place with the industrial revolution. Then next we come to the point of the lesson, the medieval world center of the power. Here we can see there are several powers established in different corners of the world. The important powers in medieval period was Eastern Roman Empire, Eastern Roman Empire, Holy Roman Empire, Arab Empire, Ottoman Empire, Mali Empire, Mongol Empire, Empire in China and Japan, and medieval America. Then I am going to discuss these topics one by one. First of all, then I am going to discuss the Eastern Roman Empire. Eastern Roman Empire. All of you look at the map of Eastern Roman Empire in your textbook. Eastern Roman Empire extended nearby the Mediterranean area. Eastern Roman Empire is a very vast empire, a powerful empire. All of you know there was another empire called Western Roman Empire in ancient period with the capital Rome. Now we are discussing Eastern Roman Empire. Capital of the Eastern Roman Empire was Constantinople. Capital of Eastern Roman Empire, Constantinople. The Constantinople, in early period, Constantinople also known as Byzantium. Then the empire also known as Byzantine Empire. Eastern Roman Empire also known as its early capital Byzantine, that's Byzantine Empire. The important ruler, one thing you remember, this Byzantine or Constantinople in modern period this place is known as Istanbul. Istanbul is the capital of modern Turkey. Then important ruler of Eastern Roman Empire was Justinian. Justinian is an important ruler of, he was a great conqueror and efficient administrator. But his important achievement is in the field of law. According to the Will Durant, the famous historian, history will judicially forget the wars of Justinian. History will judicially forget the wars of the Justinian and remember him for his laws. Remember Justinian on the name of his laws. But Justinian codified the existing law. That is one of the important achievement of the Justinian. His law, popularly known as Corpus Juris Civilis, Corpus Juris Civilis. Corpus Juris Civilis. The Code of Justinian has three parts. Code 1. Code Digest Institution. Code Digest Institution. When you look at the table, you can see the detailed description regarding the Code of Justinian. Code of Justinian told you in three parts. First one, code. The code included the traditional laws of Europe or traditional law of ancient Roman Empire. Digests are the opinions of jurists or earlier judgment of jurists. Institutions are the small books aimed to study the students. So, then the Justinian's law has three parts: code, digest, and institution. This law created on the basis of some principle. What are the principles? That which Justinian's code formulated on the basis of certain principles. The principles are: one, reasoning. The principles of the reasoning. Generosity. Reasoning, generosity and justice. Reasoning, generosity and justice. The another important feature of the Justinian's law is a model to the coming generations or rulers of the coming generations or the makers of the coming constitutions. Among this important name was Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon created a law on the basis of the Code of Justinian. After some time, then after the period of Justinian, the empire was declined. Eastern Roman Empire was declined due to the attack of Turks. All of you already know, in 1453, Eastern Roman Empire declined through the attack of Turks. It's the end of medieval period and start of modern period. That's about the Eastern Roman Empire. Next, then our next topic, next subtopic is Holy Roman Empire. Next subtopic, Holy Roman Empire. Holy Roman Empire. Then first of all of you look at the map. Look at the text map in the textbook. In which area Holy Roman Empire is situated? In which area? Find out from your textbook. Which areas of modern countries? You can see the modern France, Germany and Italy are the area of ancient Holy Roman Empire. The capital of Holy Roman Empire was Rome. Capital, Rome. Capital of empire was Rome. All of you know the Western Roman Empire in ancient world with the capital Rome. Holy Roman Empire is the continuation of the Western Roman Empire. Holy Roman Empire, the continuation of the Western Roman Empire in ancient world. Then, Holy Roman Empire was established by a tribal group at the end of Western Roman Empire. A tribal wing from different areas of Europe attacked the Roman Empire. Among this, one important tribe is Germanic tribes. Among the Germanic tribes, important the subgroup of Franks. Franks captured the areas of the Roman Empire. The person, the ruler, conqueror of the Franks, Charlemagne. Charlemagne, the conqueror, ruler of Holy Roman Empire. Charlemagne is a great conqueror. Then there is a doubt, sometimes you can see there is a doubt regarding why the empire called as holy. Is any connection with the religion? Yes, there is a connection with the religion. There is an incident regarding the Holy Roman Empire. The incident is connected with the Pope. Who is Pope? Pope is the religious head of the Catholic Church or Marpapa. We call it as Marpapa or Pope. Then the Pope was. That means during that time of medieval period, Pope was Pope Leo III. Pope Leo III faced an attack from Lombards and other tribal groups. Leo III faced attack from Lombards. The Charlemagne, Frankish ruler, saved Pope from the attack of the Lombards. Charlemagne, Frankish ruler, saved the Pope from the attack of the Lombards. Then Pope was very happy with Charlemagne, and the Pope crowned the Charlemagne as Holy Roman Emperor, and the empire later known as Holy Roman Empire. The Charlemagne known as Holy Roman Emperor. The name was given by the Pope Leo III in a token gratitude to save the life of Pope. All of you know that at present time Pope ruled in small areas of the world. Pope administered small areas of the world. What is the name of the small area? Yes, Vatican. Pope at present is the ruler of Vatican. What is another important of Vatican? Vatican is the smallest country in the world. Then which is the largest country? Russia is the largest country in the world. Then shall we go to the topic next to the come to the point? Charlemagne. Charlemagne is an important conqueror. I told you, important conqueror and an efficient administrator. His achievement in the field of administration is very important. What is the importance of administration of Charlemagne? Charlemagne introduced a centralized administration. Centralized administration. Then that means powers are completely controlled under the king. Then there was a efficient local administration known as council. Local administration under the control of an group of officials called council. Then another important feature of this administration was he create a secret organization called Missae Dominici, a secret or espionage or spy department to know the secret affairs of the local administration or council. All of you know, majority of the world countries, sometimes all over the world countries, in every country has their own espionage group at present, even now. Popularly, all of you know CIA is the spy group espionage group of America. Mossad, spy group of Israel. IS, spy group of Pakistan. KGB, spy espionage group of Russia. What is the name of espionage or spy department of India? What is the name of the spy group of India? RAW, Research and Analysis Wing, RAW, the spy group of India. Then Charlemagne introduced a spy system, Missae Dominici, and Charlemagne established a relief fund for poor sections of the people is another milestone achievement of Charlemagne. The next one, he established the educational institutions all over the country. Educational institutions. Then from this we can see he was a good administrator. His educational activities particularly resulted intellectual awakening all over the Holy Roman Empire. This intellectual awakening, known as Carolingian Renaissance, Carolingian Renaissance. Carolingian Renaissance. What do you mean Carolingian Renaissance? Awakening as a result of the reforms of the Charlemagne introduced in Holy Roman Empire was known as Carolingian Renaissance. Then after the Charlemagne, the empire was gradually declined. Shall we go to the revise the lesson? Revise the lesson. I told you about the important centers of the power. There are several powers in medieval period, and the medieval period is in between 473 and 1453. That means 5th to 15th century. Then I told you what is CE and BC. Then achievement in the Middle Age. Then Eastern Roman Empire, capital Constantinople. An important ruler of the Eastern Roman Empire was Justinian. His code of law is a very important, known as Corpus Juris Civilis. Corpus Juris Civilis has 3 parts: code, digest, institution. What is the base of the Code of Justinian? Reasoning, justice, and generosity. Then the Justinian Code is the base of the Napoleon Code. Later, after period of Justinian, the empire was declined. Next topic, Holy Roman Empire. Holy Roman Empire, first of all you look at the map, the extended areas of Mediterranean Sea, and the important ruler of Holy Roman Empire. Capital of Holy Roman Empire, Rome. Capital of Holy Roman Empire, Rome. Important ruler of Holy Roman Empire was Charlemagne. Then administrative achievement. What are the administrative achievement of Charlemagne? He introduced central administration, local administration came to be known as counts. He started an espionage team, Missae Dominici, relief fund established for the poor people, education institutions established all over the corners of the country. All these things resulted in intellectual awakening. We called it as Carolingian Renaissance. After the period of Charlemagne, the empire was declined. Next day, I will come with you next subtopic, Arab Empire. Okay, thank you.